Okay, so hi. Welcome back to another episode of Dear HRT. This is a podcast where we discuss topics and take questions from Arlington teens regarding sex, consent, and healthy relationships. So, my name is Trini. I'm a co chair of the Healthy Relationships Task Force on the Arlington Teen Network Board.
And my name is Yasmina. I'm one of the overall co-chairs of the Teen Network Board.
Yeah, so our first question that we're going to talk about today is what are some good ways to ask for consent when it isn't explicitly given from the other person?
I think you just have to be as straight up as possible, even if it may be awkward. It's better to be safe than sorry. So examples like, is this okay? Or are you comfortable? Do you want to keep going? And you can really use this in any aspect of your life. Even when it's something as simple as like a handshake, like, can I shake your hand? Can I give you a hug? And if it's more sexual in nature, it's better to be as explicit as possible. So really emphasizing communication between you and your partner.
Yeah, just adding on to that, definitely agree with everything Yasmina said. And in this question, it says, what are good ways to ask for consent when it isn't explicitly given? It really should be explicit, and you shouldn't be in an area where you're wondering if something is okay or not. So always be clear when you're asking what might be okay for your partner. And then it can make the experience just better overall.
Okay, our next question is how would you know if you're emotionally ready for a relationship?
So I really think a really good thing to consider about this question is that a relationship is really a want, not a need. So not having one wouldn't take away from your value. And understanding that is really essential to knowing when you're emotionally ready to be in this relationship with someone, which might be a really long-term commitment. And you should also make sure that you're prepared to establish emotional boundaries and even physical boundaries and be conscious of your partner's needs. Um, and it's also important that you know that this relationship would be something that you genuinely want and also would really enjoy being in. And so establish or think about the reasons why you might want to be in this relationship and evaluate if it would be something that adds to your life. Yeah.
I mean, also adding on to what Trini said, you really have to know yourself because um, a relationship in a relationship you're gonna have to make a lot of compromises, and you're also gonna have to be an advocate for yourself when it comes to little things and bigger things. So if you're not in a place to where you can fully stand up for yourself, um, then maybe a relationship wouldn't be the best for you.
The next question we have is do you think PDA is okay?
I think um, I think it really depends on the level of PDA and also where you are, just being cognizant of your surroundings and the situation. In some scenarios, it's more okay than others. Um, Also, the extent of PDA you're displaying, like a hug, is a lot different than, say, like making out. So make sure the level of PDA you are engaged in is proportional to the place you're in. So like a hug in school or like a kiss at home, those are both totally different things.
And I think this is a really good chance to bring up consent again. And so if you're with your partner and they're trying to make you do something in public that you're maybe not comfortable doing in public, is definitely okay to be like, I know we've done this when we're alone, but I'm not comfortable doing it when we're in public. And yeah, just really being clear about consent again is important with PDA.
That was our last question for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any questions to ask us, submit them at Arlington_TNB.